Hi everybody, this is Marr here. Welcome to another Mullins Vlogs video. And today I want to talk about my voice. Just my voice. Just no particular reason. Although honestly for the last few years now, I've been getting a lot of comments. And it's not like I'm offended or anything like that. I mean, I don't usually get offended that easily or people criticize me or whatever like that. Or at least on the interwebs, because I know not everyone can make good quality content and stuff, but like a lot of people I've noticed has been commenting on like the way I talk or sound, like why do I sound like Elmer Fudd or Mike Tyson or some weird Australian kid or something. But I mean, I just figured I'd go ahead and just talk about that, just because I was figuring since I had plenty of time, I just wanted to just give out the explanation about my voice and how it kind of also shaped a important part of my YouTube career. And pretty much I have no really excuse as to why this voice is. It's just because of speech problems. I always had problem pronouncing certain words, like especially with R's and TH's. If you like watch a lot of my content, you may notice that the R's sound like W's, or the TH's sound like D soundings, like when I say that, or the, or something, whatever like that. And I mean, it's not something that really causes alarm or anything. I never would have been like treated like, oh my gosh, he can't speak correctly, get him to the hospital or something. It's just a speech problem really, and it's not something that I hate or dislike or anything like that. Although when I was in elementary school, I had to get speech therapy because I had to. The earliest I can remember me having speech therapy was during 2nd grade up until the end of my elementary school years. And it was okay. It was mostly working with my R's and TH's. Those were the big ones that the speech therapy people always had to work with for me. The speech therapy only happens like every 2 weeks or 3 weeks during my elementary school years. I did meet some good people there though, and one of the people that I went to speech therapy with said that apparently I was made fun of by my voice, but I don't remember that. Then again, I tend to try to scrap all memory of elementary school for the rest of my life, so I could barely have anything to remember about elementary school. But so yeah, it was just mostly speech therapy I had to do during my elementary school years. But then when I got into high school, I was happy that I did not have to deal with speech therapy whatsoever. I was free to just speak without having a teacher come and saying, hey, can I see that kid? Yeah, that kid over there, he needs to speak correctly and like a normal sounding person and stuff. During high school, however, that's where a lot of stuff kind of changed due to the way I talk. Like from high school up until even to this day, people ask me if I'm from a different country, because not to give out the specific location where I live, I do live in the southern states, so people expect me to talk in like a country actor, star, whatever. But honestly, a lot of people keep asking, because since if I said I was born in the southern states, they will be confused. It's like, but your voice, it sounds British or Australian. It's it's just funny, I think. I've been asked that countless times from most of the people that I get introduced to, or customers I help out at work and stuff like that. Although, it's funny too, because a few months ago, I was over stocking over in like pharmacy, you know, stocking the usual medicine and shakes and foot can and all that stuff, because I'm an overnight stocks person. And a customer came by and asked me where the magnesium was, and I said bottom shelf. And then the guys go, hey, are you from around here? And I was like, yes, I was born and raised here. And this is the first time someone's ever asked me this. Are you German? I mean, like, a lot of people are asking me if I'm from other countries or something, like United Kingdom, Australia, which I understand, but Germany's a new one. So, I mean, that one, that's just a new one for me. But, yeah, and I don't really feel bad because, I mean, it makes me feel kind of unique, even though honestly I don't sound English or Australian enough, but I can understand why some people question me like that. Don't know why that guy thought I was German though. That just seems kind of odd. And the funniest thing is about this voice, the voice kind of shaped my YouTube name. Now, if you don't know, my real name in life is Daniel, not Marr, but for some reason, my voice kind of created the term Marr. I'll explain why, because back in junior year of high school, and this was about 4 months before I actually started YouTube, I was part of a media class, and I loved multimedia class, where we got to make the announcements, because in each classroom there was like a television monitor, and we got to film the announcements showing like what's today's lunch, the football games, student council meetings, and stuff like that. The first week we were there, we were testing, testing out the camera and the editing software, which I hate iMovie because that one's just a cluster heck of a mess, but that's just me personally. But the first week we were there, we were filming the announcements and getting the groove of stuff. And I wanted to, because I was huge into Nostalgia Critic, like obsessed with Nostalgia Critic at the time. And I decided to put like a little film review segment, like do a little short 1 minute where I talk about a movie like in theaters or a movie that came out on DVD and stuff like that. And the people liked that I do. So we were testing filming, and it was just me there. Nerd Thomas was also in that class with me, but he wasn't part of that filming segment for the show. We decided to film, and I was doing like, "Hello, welcome to the Daniel Mullins show," just like that, just speaking fast, because since you gotta be quick with like the announcements, so that way people can go on with their school lives and such. So after filming that test bit, it was time for us to leave the class to go to our second class of the day. But the teacher stopped me. It's like, "Hey, can I ask you something?" And I'm like, "What?" And it's like, "It's okay if I call you Delmar." And I got confused, but it's like, okay. Because like I got other nicknames during my high school years, like Mullinator, Duckface, please don't ask about that one, and so many other nicknames. I probably have like 20 nicknames that people call me, but like for a while, I don't know why the teacher called me Delmar. He never really gave me an exact reason, and it kind of grew that people started calling me Delmar. Like even my close friends started calling me Delmar and stuff like that. And so one day, I decided to go to the teachers like, "Say, you never really gave me a reason why you're calling me Delmar. Why is that?" And it's like, "Well, say your full name, Daniel Mullins. Okay, now say it quicker, Daniel Mullins." And then it hit me when we were recording that bit, the fact that I was saying my full name, Daniel Mullins, so quick, it sounded like Delmar. So I can honestly say that because of my poor speech problem, it created my YouTube name. And it's funny and ironic, I guess, but I just think that's pretty interesting per se, that my poor pronunciation and just speaking quickly created my YouTube name, and I think that's hilarious. So yeah, that's pretty much the story of why my voice sounds odd. It's no special reasons, just poor pronunciation, speaking too quickly, which ironically also buffed my YouTube name, which still is just silly. But honestly, when I see comments of people asking like, "Are you British?" or "Are you Emma Fudd?" or Mike Tyson or whatever, seriously, that's a new comment. But like, I don't really feel bad, because I mean, like, I'm sure there are other people out there that have the poor speech impediment like me. Heck, one of my good friends in high school, she had the kind of same problem that I had as well. But yeah, it's just that there's no rhyme or reason, no special gift powers, anything, just poor pronunciation. And I do try, because like when I first started my YouTube videos, I was not good at like speaking more slowly or pronouncing stuff, but as time goes on, as I continue to film more videos, I start to notice about my speech problems and when I'm speaking so quickly, And I mean, sometimes I don't notice because if I'm excited about talking about a topic, like if I'm on a Delmar show and I'm excited to talk about a new game or something, I don't focus on myself because I just want to share that my passion for it on a Delmar show. Or even when I'm talking about like Steve Whitmire or Nostalgia Critic in my latest vlogs, I speak relatively quickly because I'm so passionate about it. But I mean, I do try to take the time to try to refilm some stuff so I could speak more pronouncedly and more correctly. But I mean, it's not gonna happen, and honestly, I don't really see no real reason to be alarmed by it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this brought some insight into as to why my voice is confuzzled in a way, and also a fun little story about how the birth of Delmar, or the name of Delmar, came to be. As silly as it sounds, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!